All right, back for another beer review, and today I'll be reviewing yet another beer from the River Horse Brewing Company, and they're out of Ewing, New Jersey, and this is their Nile. So they're calling this a deep amber ale that is brewed with vanilla and molasses, comes in at 5.9% alcohol by volume. No IBUs listed in time of review. I don't know exactly how old this can is, and that's because this can was given to me by a friend of mine and former beer tuber Joe of the now defunct NEPA Beer Reviews. So Joe hung out with myself and a bunch of other beer tubers at the 2019 East Coast Beer Tuber Palooza that was hosted at Matt over at Massive Beer Reviews house. And Joe is now a brewer at River Horse, and he showed up with a bunch of different River Horse beers, and he gave everybody a couple cans of each beer to take home, and this was one of the beers he gave to me, and I truly do appreciate it, so thank you very much, Joe. I don't think Joe's going to watch this review. I don't think he really watches BeerTube anymore, and now he's a commercial brewer, but I do appreciate him hooking me up with this one. So yeah, this sounds pretty good. Now, full disclosure, I think I had a couple ounces of this at the aforementioned Beer Tuber Palooza. We were drinking a bunch of the beers that Joe brought like in between reviews. This was one of them. I just remember being really happy that it was like a 5.9% amber ale, had molasses and vanilla, but it was like a crush, almost like a crushable pastry stout, but it's an amber ale. It was really good. So hoping that it tastes just as good here in the can. Now, I think a lot of these beers that Joe gave us were underfills, although this does not look like an underfill, but I think most of them were. I don't know, not positive. If Joe, if you do watch this, let me know, but I think they were underfills, but they might have just been regular ones, who knows. Yeah, so, wow, that looks really nice. Looking like an amber ale for sure. Yeah, it's a really deep amber, almost like light brown. It looks like a brown ale more than an amber ale, honestly. It's definitely, if I was doing this as a whodunit beer review, I'd be like, that looks like a brown ale to me, honestly. Very murky and cloudy, even though it's darker, you can tell. But yeah, like a deep brown, not deep brown, like I don't know, I guess so. Maybe like an amber into like a solid brown. Has about a half finger of this straight up khaki colored head, looking relatively creamy, but yeah, looks really nice. Good nose. Oh, that molasses coming through strong. Ooh, a lot of chocolate too. So sweeter, like milk chocolate into a dark chocolate. A lot of that molasses is in here. Big malt character, just a big malty beer. Hints of the vanilla. Has a nuttiness. This honestly does not smell like an amber ale. It smells like a brown ale. It smells like a nut brown that is very rich, and maybe, you would think there's maybe vanilla, but it just could be the complexity of the malt itself. There's a slight, like, you can tell this is going to probably have a decent bitterness. There's a lot of sweetness, but I'm getting like just a distinct like bittering component to the nose that just makes me feel like this will be well balanced, but I don't know. A lot of times that happens and I drink, I'm like, no, totally not. Anyway, it smells really good. Let's get into it. Cheers, everyone. That is really good. Apologize if you can hear. I think somebody next door is trimming. Pretty loud. I can hear it. Don't know if it'll pick up on camera, but if it does, I do apologize. For 5.9% amber ale that has molasses vanilla, this is fucking great. Just to be honest with you, this is great. It has a reserved sweetness as in the taste, so right up front, way more vanilla in the taste than in the nose. That's kind of what hits me up front. But then you get that really deep, rich, complex malt character. There's a lot of molasses. There's a lot of caramel and darker chocolate, not as sweet as the, not a milk chocolate, more like a darker into like baker's chocolate in the taste. A little bit of nuttiness, like dried fruit. This drinks way bigger than the ABV, which is nice. As it passes through the palate though, like I said, in the nose, it's sweet up front, but man, it's hit with this like mild to moderate bitterness. And it's just for me kind of like a generic bitterness. I can't really tell you if it's floral or spicy, or it's not like a hop. I mean, it's probably from the hops, but I can't discern that from just, hey, it's a generic bitterness. It finishes semi-dry, slight residual sweetness. Vanilla carries through the entire palate, which for me, it's awesome because I wasn't getting much vanilla in the nose, but on the taste, it's a big blast of vanilla for me. Bodying this with 5.9%, lower side of medium body, which is appropriate. The mouthfeel itself, definitely carbonated. There's a slight effervescent like feel to the mouthfeel. but it has a slight, soft, smooth, creamy characteristic to it. It doesn't have like, you know, this New England style or Hefeweizen or like big barrel-aged beer mouthfeel where it's just like slick and creamy, but I think it's a little bit more soft, smooth, and creamy than I anticipated. Yeah, like I said, for 5.9% amber ale that has molasses and vanilla in it, this is extremely well done. I could drink multiples of these. I think it's because of that reserve sweetness. I think if that bitterness wasn't in, you know, halfway through the palate and carrying on to the back of the palate, I think I'd be one and done with this one. I think it'd be too much sweetness. It'd probably be cloying at some point, but man, 5.9%, that's impressive. This drinks like a, you know, 8% like Imperial Brown Ale or something. It's really, really tasty. So rating on this, the Denial from River Horse, straight 4.25 out of 5. This is a great beer. Really good. If you can get River Horse in your area, I would say grab this. If I don't know if this is a year-round offering, I don't know if it's a seasonal or a limited release or whatever, but if you see this on the shelf and you want something that has pastry beer vibes to it, but restrained and drinkable and 5.9%, grab this. This really doesn't drink like an amber ale. That'd be like my only real negative to this one, is like not really an amber ale in the taste. This drinks more like I said, a brown ale with molasses and vanilla. I didn't mention this, but like now after I take a couple sips, I'm almost getting like this slight coffee or just roasted malt character too, which is really nice. This screams brown ale into like a light porter for me more than an amber ale, but 5.9% is very impressive. So value and availability, this is where I have no idea. Value on this one, I'd imagine if these are, you know, under 12 bucks a 6-pack, I think that'd be great value. I have no idea what the value on this one is because I don't know the price point. If anybody out there can get River Horse and they know the price on this one, let me know. I'd really appreciate it. And then availability, wherever you can get River Horse, which I don't know. We do get a couple different offerings here in the Western New York area. I've never seen this one. All the beers he gave me, I've never seen in my area. It's just like, I think they're triple, Belgian style triple, and I think their oatmeal stout are the only two that I think we get in my area. So I've never seen this one locally, but again, if you're not in New Jersey and you see this one, let me know. Let me know if you see these on the shelf because I have no idea. So value and availability, I have no idea. Somebody wants to post, 2 thumbs up to you because you're awesome. Anyway, yeah, pretty damn good beer, 5.9%. Like I said, this drink's bigger. Really can't tell there's alcohol in there, not feeling it. Just an overall damn good beer. So thanks again to Joe for hooking me up with this one. Thanks to all of you for stopping by another beer review. Until the next one. Cheers.